Bonjour, mon cœur. It's your Archon of Wisdom. We're here, we're queer, and we're bringing you some news. Today we're talking about the one, the only, the disappointing Shane Dawson. I don't think we've talked about him before on this show, but we do have a very old episode about Dramageddon. So, if you know, you know. Now, the reason we're talking about Shane Dawson today is because of I think it's 2 hours, 45 minutes, something like that, almost 3 hours. He did a 3-hour segment on Kayla, Malecc, and Jacob Sartorius' podcast, Banging It Out. Now, we've talked about Kayla before. Big fan of Kayla Malecc. Love Girl Down. Definitely support her. Which is a huge reason why I'm talking about this. Because I just feel like this is not a cute move. Like, I think this is not, like... honestly, when I saw the promos go up for it, I was like, yo... really? Like, as soon as I saw Shane Dawson's big face up there on the screen, I was like, yo, please, why would we do this? Why would we think that this is a good idea? I know that I've seen some other people talk about how, like, maybe it was a metrics thing, like, maybe it was about them hitting their, like, 10 milli or whatever subscribers, but, like, I don't know, girl. I don't know. I'm not that far along, so I don't really personally care about metrics like that. I get excited when I get little boosts from y'all, but, like, if it's a metrics thing, I guess, but, like, I just feel like there were other options, like, if you wanted a big episode and you wanted, like, a big celebrity, you could have picked anyone else. You could have picked anybody else. Seriously. But no, you picked Shane Dawson, which it's not winning you brownie points with me personally. Again, I watched the majority of the episode. It's just, my thing is, there's nothing interesting in the interview. Like, there's no new information, there's no new context, there's nothing that he hasn't already said, and it's called, like, Shane Dawson breaks his silence, and he's not saying anything new, though. Like, breaking the silence where? Like, and he even says in the episode, like, people come up to me all the time and are like, please come back to the internet, and I say, I'm right here, I never left. Yeah, so you're not breaking silence. You were never quiet to begin with, Shane. That was, like, a whole huge part of the problem, where, like, you never shut up about what was happening. Oh, she talked to drama channels. Like, you never shut up. So, like, alright, I guess. It's just really disappointing to see Kayla use her platform this way. And, I was thinking about it, and I understand that there can be a huge disconnect when there aren't tangible victims. Like, there aren't specific people coming out. Like, for example, let me explain. Hold my hand. This, by the way, is not how I feel. This is just something I've observed happening, okay? Oftentimes, when there is not a tangible, physical person there saying, that person did blah, blah, blah to me, like with James Charles, where there are tangible, physical victims who've come out, who continue to come out, people can much easier, can find it much easier to disassociate from that, and kind of not excuse it, but push it away, you know, from their view. And I feel like that's what's happening here. Like, because there's a lack of tangible evidence, physical victims, it's much easier to say, oh, well, it was just a cancellation. It wasn't, but okay. You know what freaks me out too? And, like, I'm much older. I'm almost 30. So maybe it's that. But Kayla and Jacob were talking about, oh, in high school we used to come home and watch your videos, blah, blah, blah. And they were referencing, like, the conspiracy videos or the documentary videos that he made, you know, that whole era before he got most recently canceled. And I was like, wow, that's not the impression of Shane Dawson that I ever had. Because the Shane Dawson I used to watch, I used to come home from middle school, from Catholic school, and me and my friends would go over to one of their houses who had internet, because my house didn't have internet, and we would watch, like, a video about Shanae. Like, that's, like, you know, we would watch a Shanae skit, you know, that's what we were watching. So, like, perhaps there's that disconnect. Again, it's hard, it's, I'm trying to give you the benefit of the doubt here, Kayla, because, like, I just don't love that you're using your platform to do this, especially after you did such a good thing by boosting the voices of other victims. And it feels like this disconnect is happening because there's no physical victim. Like, we can't interview Cheeto the cat. You know what I mean? So perhaps it's that disconnect. I'm not quite sure. Again, my issue too is, like, Jacob Sartorius is in Shane Dawson's new project. He filmed a pilot, I believe, for a TV show, which he's trying to get picked up. It's called Canceled. It's about being canceled, blah, 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 you know. So I don't know if this is, like, reciprocity, you know, or what, but it's just not a good look. And I mean, I don't really have standards for Jacob Sartorius, but, like, I do, because you are friends with Kayla and you are Kayla's best friend, you know. So I do kind of have a little bit of a standard for you. You do kind of have to be, like, on it much better than this, you know. I don't even know why Jacob Sartorius would take a role like that. It seems so random. I'd love to know how, like, that all happened, like, because I'm not aware that Jacob Sartorius is, like, an actor or anything, or, like, I'm not aware that he had any interest in acting beforehand. So I'm very curious how that happened, but I guess we'll never know, because this interview doesn't say anything new. Other than, oh, people loved your role in my pilot. Like, that's all. That's really all that's being said that's new, you know? And then, like, they talked to the crew of Banging It Out, which is their podcast. Yeah, but there's nothing new. There's no new information. There's no context or nuance, really anything. I mean, they don't talk about, like, they don't really even talk about what he's doing now, or, like on his YouTube channel, you know what I mean? Or on his social media. They don't talk about the podcasting that he does with, like, his brother or whatever. Or, like, they don't talk about his family life or his kids or anything, which, okay, fine, good, please don't. But, like, you know, like, it just seemed like a very useless, like, 3 hours. Like, it's 3 hours of, like, them going, oh my god, yeah, and Gen Z, wah. Like, that's all they're doing. Which really pisses me off, because why did you do a 3-hour slot for this? You know? Honestly, I'm losing my mind, today. And that's just how it's gonna be, guys. That's the news we have for right now. I'm gonna leave you guys with this. I love you so very much. Have a wonderful day. Drink your water and be kind to animals, guys. I will see you on the flip side. Bye!